Yeah, that's a good way to kick things off. Yeah, I think it avoided a lot of the errors that other like recent movies have made. It wasn't necessarily too long. The special effects like weren't like overpowering or corny or whatnot. It actually had like a fairly straightforward story. I think I did like a pretty good job at executing on it. The director is the guy was one guy who directed Beef on Netflix. Really liked, so he's kind of an expert in like making these kind of movies about really angsty people and like how do they make sense of like life like when people are just feeling that way. And now it's kind of like the bad guy, and we've seen versions of this bad guy in superhero movies, like the Riddler and like the most recent Batman movie, for example. I think this movie does a pretty good job with it, like actually describing like what the villain is feeling and why they go a certain way. I think other movies don't do as good a job with this kind of villain, so I want to give it props for that. It has like a couple of different scenes. It doesn't like bounce around too much, different settings, which is kind of nice. Like